Hello, welcome to the Patriarchs TV News Highlights of the Week. Today is the 2nd of March, 2024. First, here are the headlines. Custom to deploy drones in move to comb food smuggling. Simba TV launches CNG-powered tricycles. Chief Justice of Nigeria swears in justice of the Supreme Court. Young fan gets 2.5 million from Victor Osimhen. Females entrepreneurs in Lagos State get empowered. Court orders CBN to pay German illegally detained by NIS 63.7 million naira. Tinubu takes another bold step, eliminate, subsume, and relocate federal agencies in parastatus. A fake NYSC member was nabbed at Nasarawa camp. Federal government plans to provide financial support to 2 million women in agri-business sector. Lagos State Red Line Rail project to boost the economy. How are you doing? Let's go into the news. In a move to comb food smuggling, the Nigerian Customs Service has deployed drones and more operatives to restrain the diversion of foodstuff to neighboring countries through about 1,500 identified illegal routes. The National Public Relations Officers of Customs, Abdullahi Mewada, told the public on Sunday that the Nigerian Customs Service has increased its presence across the border, including the illegal routes. This development, he added, was in compliance with the presidential directive to the security agencies to tackle the smuggling of food out of the country as part of its directive measures to reduce the food crisis in the country. Amongst the depreciation of the naira, traders who deal in grains have taken grains and other foodstuffs to Niger Republic, Chad, Cameroon for higher profit. But this in response had increased the prices of food in Nigeria, leading in protest by citizens, an attack on food trucks by desperate citizens in some states. The Nigerian government ruled out the importation of food in order to address the high cost of foodstuff and economic hardship troubling the country. Following the directive, dozens of food trucks leaving the country had been intercepted and sent back into the country, Nigeria. Giving an update on the measures against food holders and smuggling, the Nigerian Customs Service spokesperson, Mewada, explained that the deployment of drones was under the Trade Modernization project of the federal government, noting that the equipment needed for the protection of the borders was being provided through the TMP. His words, the deployment of drones and other software is part of our Trade Modernization project, which has been granted. The TMP was approved by the federal government for 20 years, so any development that has to do with what you are asking is part of the contract, he stated. Speaking at the inauguration of the NCA's Trade Modernization Project Management Office in Abuja at the time, Saleh Ahamdu, chairman of the project, said the TMP will invest a total of 3.2 billion in aforementioned period. The project will result in efficiency in NCS service delivery under the terms of the concession agreement. TMP will invest a total of 3.2 billion over a 20 years period, which will generate more than 200 billion in revenue for the federal government. As trade becomes increasingly complicated, the project will equip the Nigerian Customs Service with necessary technology tools and platform to drive trade harmonization, Ahamadu had stated. In another development, automotive company Simba Group says it has partnered with TVS, a manufacturer of 2- and 3-wheel automobiles, to introduce a new tricycle, the TVS King Deluxe CNG, in Nigeria. According to a statement, the collaboration underscores a commitment to sustainable urban mobility, enabling consumers to cut down on petrol expenses and contribute to a cleaner future for addressing pollution and embracing eco-friendliness. The launch, which was attended by key stakeholders from the transportation sector in Abeokuta, Ogun State, featured the unveiling of the TVS King Deluxe CNG. The event served as a follow-up to the primary product launch held in November 2023 in Benin City, Edo State. According to the company, the debut of the TVS King Deluxe CNG in Abeokuta marks a notable stride forward, acknowledging expanding CNG infrastructure in the city. It also reflects Simba TVS' dedication to prioritize the needs of riders, fleet owners, and distributors. The launch event includes test ride and provided stakeholders with an exclusive opportunity for first-hand interaction with TVS King Deluxe CNG. The business head of Simba Group, Mahindra Prata, said the initiative aligned with President Bola Tinubu's plan to introduce CNG vehicles across different states. He said, beyond assisting riders in reducing petrol expenses, this innovative vehicle plays a pivotal role in fostering a sustainable and greener future for. Going further, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Olukayode Ariwoola, on Monday swore in 11 new justices of Supreme Court, totaling the number of justices on the court to 21. The development was praised by senior advocates of Nigeria, who expressed the hope that it would translate to the cleaning of the huge backlogs of cases at the Supreme Court. The swearing-in of the 11 justices comes over 2 months after they were screened and confirmed by the Senate, acting on the recommendation of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Before now, the number of justices on the Supreme Court bench went down to an all-time low of 10, as opposed to 21 recommended by the Constitution. The appointment of an additional 11 justices, giving the Supreme Court its full complement of justice, followed agitations and call from several quarters on the declining manpower at the apex courts. Meanwhile, the CGN, at the swearing-in of the justices, charged them to brace up for the work ahead and to be prepared to face criticism from the public. He said they must discharge their duty in fairness and uprightness, knowing that they were representative of God on earth. The new Supreme Court justices are Justice Jumai Sankey, Chidebere Uwa, Chama Nwosu Iheme, Haruna Simon Samani, Mo Adumei Obande Ogunya, and Stephen Ada. On the sports scene, a young boy gets an amazing gift of 2.5 million from Super Eagles star Victor Osimhen, who dressed like him and showcased similar football skills. Reacting to the video, Osimhen requested Ednut assistance in locating the boy. With Tunde Ednut, a social media influencer, the boy was located in Ivory Coast. Giving an update, Ednut wrote, "I initially thought this little man was Nigerian. You won't believe we found him in Ivory Coast. Eric Komora found him. He lived in Ivory Coast. I couldn't see his message, so he reached out to OGB recently, and OGB messaged me. I spoke to the family briefly to make sure it was the boy. Osimhen then reached out, gifted the money to the boy, eliciting gratitude from his family, who shared a video thanking the footballer for his generosity." In another development, a non-governmental organization enterprise, Growth and Opportunity Foundation, as part of its commitments to alleviating of poverty and reduction of unemployment in Nigeria, empowered no less than 1,000 micro, small, and medium enterprises women in Lagos. The empowerment, according to its program associate, in a release on Thursday, Ghazali Abdul Muzil, was the seventh phase of its She Enabled project, adding that the project remains committed to its mission of empowering women by creating platforms that foster economic development and independence, health awareness, and personal development. Abdul Muziz, while thanking all collaborators on the project and on behalf of founder Toluwase Olaniyan, said, "We are thrilled by the overwhelming response and engagement from the community. She Enabled is not just an event, it is a movement empowering women to strive in various aspects of their lives." Also, the Federal High Court in Abuja on Thursday ordered the Central Bank of Nigeria to pay a German, Martin Gegehime, the sum of $63.7 million and $10,000 awarded in his favor by the ECOWAS court in a suit marked ECW/CCJ/APP/23/2020. The German obtained the monetary judgment against the federal government over what he described as his illegal arrest and detention by the Nigeria Immigration Service in 2020 during the COVID-19 period. He told the ECOWAS court that the Nigerian immigration seized his passport and detained him in an overcrowded facility between February 23, 2020 and March 4, 2020 in total disregard for the COVID-19 protocol. He said he was denied decent food and medical care. He contended that he was not informed of any justifiable reason recognized by law for his arrest and detention, and neither was a warrant of arrest nor a court order produced as the basis for his humiliating experience. When we desire something, we should work harder to achieve it legally rather than cutting corners. The consequences of cutting corners spells the story of a fake National Youth Service Corps member, Oge Bethel Chibuefe, who has been arrested by the National State Police Command for illegally entering into the Magajidan Yamusa orientation camp in Kefi. The statement was made by State Police spokesperson Ramhan Nassel on Thursday. An extra-year public administration student from Ebonyi State University was discovered sneaking into the NYSC camp for the 21 days orientation program for the 2024 Batch A Stream 1 Corps members. An NYSC official reported the case to the police on Sunday and she was apprehended by force officers. The investigation revealed that the suspect was a student of Ebonyi State University, Faculty of Management Science and Department of Public Administration. She admitted to graduating in 2020 but had spilled over courses. To cover up, she bought NYSC uniform and sneaked into the camp to take photos before her nemesis caught up with her. The suspect has been charged with criminal trespass and forgery at the Chief Magistrate's Court in Kefi, according to Nansel.